Student friends, let us continue with last topic of your syllabus, and that is telephone communication. In yesterday's lecture, we studied the lecture plan. We have introduced the lecture plan, how we are going to proceed with the telephone communication. We have introduced the meaning of telephone communication. So, telephone communication is a process with which two subscribers are going to communicate the voice signal with each other with the help of telephone terminal, telephone link, and also the telephone exchange. The role of telephone exchange is it is going to act as a switching network that is going to produce continuous contact between the two subscribers till the completion of the call. We also studied the principle of telephone communication, where we have studied that by using the telephone terminal unit, the voice signal of the human being is converted into the audio electrical pulses. These electrical pulses are transmitted through the telephone link to the telephone exchange. Telephone exchange connects one subscriber with the other subscriber. At the end of other subscriber, these audio electrical pulses are again going to be converted into acoustic sound signal, so that both the subscribers are going to hear the same acoustic sound signal. We also studied that audio frequency range is going to lie in between 20 Hz to 20 kHz, whereas a human voice signal is going to lie in between 300 Hz to 20 kHz. The bandwidth used for telephone communication is 3 kHz to 4 kHz. We also concluded that the pleasant sound which one can receive, the human ear, is in between 3 to 4 kHz. So that's why females are having the frequency within 3 kHz to 4 kHz. That's why those are mostly used as an announcer. So that's all about the principle of telephone communication. Today we are going to begin with the unit that is used for the telephone communication, known as telephone handset, or it is also called as telephone terminal. Friends, when we subscribe the telephone exchange for the connection of telephone, the telephone exchange provides the handset or telephone unit, or it is called as a terminal, which is going to be associated with the subscriber in his room, in his house. From that particular telephone handset, the subscriber is going to communicate with the other subscriber, and that's why the telephone handset or terminal plays the very vital role in the telephone communication. The telephone handset is nothing but it is a device by using which the subscriber can send and receive the telephone call. Such a telephone handset includes mic, which is going to act as a transmitter, speaker, it is going to act as a receiver, a ringer, it is used to produce the ringtone to the subscriber, cradle switch. Cradle switch is a part of the telephone handset which is essentially used to connect and disconnect a ringer circuit and speech circuit, depends upon which role is to be performed by the subscriber. Dialer. Dialer is used to dial the telephone number provided to the subscriber. Speech circuit. Speech circuit is used to transmit the audio electrical signal from one unit to the other, from one unit to the telephone link. Blanking circuit, it is used to match the impedance throughout the different processes which are being done by using the telephone handset. Such a telephone handset is represented with the block diagram in this aspect. It indicates that there is a receiver used to receive the calls, receive the ringtone via speaker. Transmitter, it is used to convert acoustic sound signal into electrical signal. Then there is a speech circuit. The role of speech circuit is received signal will be converted into acoustic sound signal, whereas signal to be transmitted is going to be acoustic sound signal will be converted into its corresponding electrical signal. It is basically the amplifier circuit, which is used to amplify the incoming and outgoing signal. Dialer is used to dial the number. Hook switch is a cradle switch. Depends upon position of the hook switch or cradle switch, whether ringer is connected or a speech circuit is going to be connected in the circuitry. A ringer, obviously, it is used to produce the ringtones to the subscriber, and the output of that it is given to the telephone line, to the telephone exchange. From that, it is same circuitry is being utilized on the other side of the subscriber. This is what we can call it as it is the telephone handset. We are going to see details in short. Mic as a transmitter means this unit. It converts acoustic physical sound signal into audio frequency electric current pulse to be transmitted through the subscriber loop towards the other subscriber, obviously with the help of the telephone exchange. So that's what you can call it as meaning of transmitter. Details of mic we are going to study afterwards. Then speaker as a receiver. It receives the audio frequency current pulses from the transmitted audio signal by the transmitter and converts them into acoustic sound signal and make hearable for the subscriber. That is what is called as a speaker. Details of the speaker or receiver also we are going to study afterwards. Then ringer. The role of ringer is to attract the subscriber towards itself, to indicate that someone is calling him. We are well familiar with that, even though on mobiles, when it starts ringing, we will be attracted towards it automatically, which is the indication that someone wants to speak with you. To give that particular indication, the ringer is being used in the telephone handset also. It gives audible signal to attract the attention of the subscriber to an incoming telephone call. Priorly, electromagnetic bell is used for the purpose of giving ringtone to the subscriber. That is, electromagnetic bell is commonly used in conventional telephone, but in electronic telephone, ringer uses the electronic circuit that gives audio frequency signal to the piezo buzzer of the receiver when call is coming. Nowadays, even different audio tone ICs are also used, which subscriber can set that tone as a ringtone for its own. Nowadays, ringback tones are also made available. so that a dialing subscriber is going to indicate that same person is interested to speak with him. Now such a circuitry is known as a ringer. Friends, a ringer, when cradle switch is on hook condition, a ringer is connected in the path of the telephone exchange and the terminal, whereas the speech circuit is disconnected. When you pick up the cradle switch, it is in off hook condition. The ringer is disconnected and the speech circuit is connected in the path of telephone link. Next part is cradle switch. It is a switch used to connect and disconnect the ringer and the speech circuit to the line. When telephone handset is on cradle, called as on hook condition, the speech circuit is disconnected and ringer is connected to the line, so that the ringer can give an indication in case the call is coming. But in off hook condition, ringer is disconnected and speech circuit is connected to the line. Off hook condition means both the subscribers are going to speak with each other. Then speech circuit is connected between two subscribers in the telephone line. Now next one is a dialer. Dialer is used to produce the current pulses in the line while dialing the number of the subscriber. In conventional telephone set, dialer makes and breaks mechanically, producing current pulse of specific duration. That means in conventional telephone, pulse dialing system was used and 10 pulses are sent per second for every number which is going to be gets dialed. So that was the aspect of mechanical dialing or pulse dialing system that uses the principle of making and breaking the circuit. And nowadays, in electronic telephone, electronic dialer circuit is employed, and the mechanical rotary switch or pulse dialing system is replaced by the keypad. Replaced by the keypad means DTMF dialing system is presently used. While dialing the number, speech circuit of telephone remains disconnected and high voltage spikes produces sound in the ringer, so that it can send a telephone exchange can send a ringtone to the other subscriber. These high voltage pulses are prevented by using anti-tinkle and speech muting circuit. And that is known as a hybrid circuit, or it is also called as the blanking circuit. Hybrid circuit is also part of the telephone unit. It is used to match the impedance of the telephone exchange and our terminal unit. When subscriber is performing the different operations. In the sense, when subscriber lift the cradle switch, the impedance is required to be matched. When subscriber dials the number, then impedance is also required to be matched. When subscriber starts speaking, transmitting and receiving the signal, at that time also the impedance is required to be matched. So in every process of the subscriber, the impedance of the telephone handset is matched with the line impedance of the telephone exchange, and that is done by means of the hybrid circuit, or it is sometimes called as the blanking circuit. Friends, by combining all these units, combining all these blocks, the unit which is formed, it is known as the telephone handset. Friends, we are going to study the details of receiver and transmitter in the next lecture.